Guys, Sarah here. It's morning time on January 29th, and we just literally had our new moon in Aquarius about a minute or two ago, within the last hour. And I just thought I would drop a little video to talk about it, and how it's feeling to me and how I'm working with it. You guys know that Aquarius is the archetype of the collective, like it sort of represents friendship and groups and the connections we make with people, right? Well, it's also an archetype that represents individuation. And what's really important within the Aquarius archetype is to realize that the relationship between the self and the group that we're a part of is determined by two factors. It's determined first by your own personal alignment, so how you rest in yourself, how authentic you are with yourself, how individuated you are, and how much you are trusting your own authenticity. And then it's also dependent on the group itself and whether the group is in integrity and whether the group is going to allow you to be who you are or whether it's going to try to control you and stop you from being who you are. And the relationship between these two things, like the social cohesion or the social expectation, um, the collective field, and then our own individual self, like our own individuated self, we need that relationship, right? Like none of us can survive without others. We are part of a group. Yet there is that very strong tension between those two kind of magnetic polarities, right? Of what others need from us or what others expect of us and who we really authentically are. So I feel like essentially, if we were getting, really, really clear with Aquarius, if we were presenting an Aquarian archetype in its highest form, every individual would be perfectly individuated. So we would be perfectly in alignment with our divine line. We would be in alignment with our divine line, meaning our source of information would be coming from our higher self and our intuition, and it would be coming down and it would be resting in our heart, and we would be clear from the ground up. So we would be grounded and in our body. And from our heart and higher mind, we would be like vibrating or giving what we are to the collective field. And the collective field would be built of similarly individuated selves who would also be receiving information in their own individuated, internalized way, and that they would be feeding that into the collective. And thus, the cooperation and the building together becomes something that is divinely inspired or inspired by the highest good. So there is no need to control each other with groupthink or group ideology or group rules, right? That's a very Saturnian presentation of Aquarius, like a reverberation of Capricorn, where the rules can oppress us and control us and dominate us and take precedence over the individuals. So if we were all individuated, that would be eliminated. We would be allowed to show up as we uniquely are without question, without the need to try and like legislate that, with simply everybody accepting that everyone is a unique pulse of God. Everyone is a unique source of their own creative expression. Leo opposing Aquarius. Everybody is the source of their own radiant light. And it is only when we all combine those lights that we get anything done here. That's where our hopes and dreams lie. Can we build a togetherness that is based on individuation and freedom? So Aquarius is kind of complicated, but guess what? We've just entered into a Pluto and Aquarius cycle for the next 20 years. And this year, Neptune is about to go into Aries and Saturn is about to go into Aries. So the theme of this year, as far as I can see, is going to be figuring out our individual place within the collective. How do we be free to be who we are within the society that we're in? And this is a theme that's going to last many years, by the way. We're just in a transitional state right now. We're at this point, we're in a transition from kind of one archetypal pattern to another. So there's a bit of discursion in the field or confusion as we readjust energetically to kind of like what our work is, right? But we're moving into this air and fire cycle, which is all about individuating within relationships and within the group. Okay. Now, at an Aquarius new moon, what are the things that are coming forward for me that are important are number one, be my individual self, honor who I am, trust that I am what I am meant to be, and that my job, my sole responsibility is to be in alignment, to receive information, to trust it, and to honor that connection. Okay. And then to share that connection, I need to identify the people in my collective who are kind of like my family or my soul tribe, right? The people who allow me to be that individual self and who are equally being their own. And those people I want to be in connection with and I want to be in service to them. And I trust that anybody who is in my soul field will stay in my soul field. And anyone who is not meant to be there will fall away. And there is no need for me to be upset about that, or to judge that, or to be scared of that. It is simply what it is. There's a vibrational match, or there's not. So I'm kind of declaring my individuation a little bit today, staying in myself and staying in my alignment. And I'm also reaching out to friends, right? I talked to a pal last night. I'm just, I'm noticing the people who show up and reach out to me. Um, I'm in the observance and I'm in the declaration that, this month is a time of connection. It's a time of people. It's a time of community. And so I'm going to make that commitment. I'm going to plant that seed today. Okay, I'm going to leave you there. Um, Remember that the new moon is a time for planting seeds, and that when we plant a seed in referral with the archetypal pulse of the new moon, oftentimes our seeds are more regenerative or they're more abundant. They birth themselves. They grow um, with more congruence with the universal structure, right? With the way that we are actually evolving. So plant your Aquarian seeds today. And yeah, that's all. That's what I wanted to say. Talk to you guys later. Bye.